And I highly encourage everybody to learn Nesiv Shalom, Chelik Beis. The first part is on Shabbos. At one point, I was zeichet to have a chavrusa every Erev Shabbos for an hour to learn that, to go into Shabbos. To understand that Shabbos Kodesh sounds like a lot of rules, totally missing the point. Most people, it's very sad, even from people, really have no idea what Shabbos is. In fact, I have to give a little bit of what's it called? Self-promotion. That's why I spent years and years writing a book based on Nesiv Shalom called CPR, Resuscitation of the Soul, which is what Shabbos is. It resuscitates our soul. And I made it for teenagers, but it's for everybody. And it's a shame that people can live their whole life and not even know what Shabbos is. Could you believe that some people think that the reason why Hashem made Shabbos is as follows? He finished the world, he worked hard Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Nothing's been created since. All the pieces of the puzzle are there, and he's like, what's it missing? Well, we're going to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You know what's missing? These Jewish people, when are they going to sleep? I want to create a day, an extra day. I'm going to insert it every 7 days so they can sleep as much as possible because I'm so concerned about their sleep intake. When are they going to eat? When are they going to eat more food in one meal than they do a whole week? How are they all going to be overweight? How are they all going to have the highest cholesterol? How are they going to have a time to drink more than they should, to have like not one type of herring like in the olden days, but today how many types of herring are there, ladies?
A dozen, 2 dozen.
In Crown Heights, maybe there's a dozen. Go to the Hungarians, it's 2 dozen. Polish only still have schmaltz and matches, that's it. Right, in Queens. In the Stiebel, that's it. But you go pepper crust, so Hashem was like very concerned over our materialistic world that he decided to add a day so we can not have to work because he was worried about us overworking. Jews don't usually overwork, right? That's what we have Goyim for. We hire them to overwork. Like that. That's why Hashem created a world. And he said, by the way, even though you're living with an extra day every week, an extra 52 days, I will give you the same amount of money at the end of the year as if, don't worry about it. And he said, whatever money you spend on that day, I'm going to pay you back for. Because he wanted us to have a day to sleep as much as possible, to overindulge in Gashmias as much as possible. There are people who really think that that's why Hashem created a day of rest. He rested, so we rest. I mean, it's so fundamentally shallow. Hashem needed to rest. He was like, whew, what a week I had. Here for 1 billion years, I did absolutely nothing. And now 6 days in a row, and I'm wiped. I don't know. I need a day of rest. I need to rest, So now, since he rested, so if he had to rest, so for sure we need to rest, and that's why we rest. Nebuch, that there are from people who believe that. So learn Nesiv Shalom Chelik Beis, and if you can't go to the original, I think it's like $22 or $25, and you get a full money-back guarantee if you read it with yourself, your family, your kids, and you don't like it, bring it back to me. Used, I will buy it for you full price. For $25, it's a good deal. CPR, okay? And transform your understanding from the 3rd grade level of what Shabbos is and why Hashem created it to an adult, mature understanding and bake it into your kids. Shabbos is makrine b'Yehudi es ha'aretz hadas. Shabbos was created because as we go through the work days of the work week, our minds, our spiritual minds become darker and darker and darker and darker. That's the fact of life because we're busy doing the things that we need to do during the week. So Hashem gave us a day full of light. He said, you don't have to do any of those things that you have to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You don't have to do them. So that way, you can tap into the light. You can get your suntan. It's 1 day to go to the beach and get a suntan. That's what I'm giving it to you for. I want you to be able to retain your color. So Hashem wants us to have Or in our minds, and if we would take out Shabbos out of a few of the weeks in a row, then within 3, 4, 5 weeks maximum, we would not recognize ourselves or see Hashem at all. We would be out. Hashem is meant to bring us back. I'm not going to give a whole shir now on Shabbos, but I got to say, my favorite example that Hashem put into my head. I once went swimming in an ocean. And I don't really swim. I was just like doing, what's that called?
Dog paddle.
Dog paddle.
Dog paddle, just
Treading.
treading water. Just try not to drown, kind of thing. In the shallow water. Pretty much in the shallow. It's up to here, and I'm just like hanging out. After a half an hour, I got out of the water, I went on the beach. You know the mushel? I went on the beach, and the craziest thing happened. All my stuff was gone. My towel was gone. My sneakers was gone. It's unbelievable. But then what was nuts, I looked up, my hotel was gone. I mean, somebody went ahead in just a half an hour, stole my clothing and a hotel. It was unbelievable. I looked up, it's gone. Finally, I looked all the way down, and like a half a mile away was the hotel. Why? Because there's something called an undercurrent. You don't even see it, you don't notice it. And if you don't fight against the undercurrent, you will float. You get schlepped. In the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there is an undercurrent that pulls us away. So the next time I went in the ocean, I got smarter. Every 5 minutes, I looked up, I saw my hotel is there, and I went back. I kept on readjusting. That's what Shabbos is. Shabbos is to go back to the purity that we had and the clarity of Ha'aras Hadas, and to take away from the confusion that makes us float away from our tachlis, our tafkid, why we're here in this world, what our purpose is, and it puts light into our life. Like the pasuk says, Lo das ki ani mikadeschem. So before we learned the first chapter, we wouldn't know what that means. To know that I am Hashem, to know, but now we know. We learned the first time, what does das mean? I'm not going to tell you, because you have to learn the first chapter, and you know what das is. Das is hakaras habayre. Lo das, I gave this to you so you should have hakaras habayre. So you should know ki ani Hashem mekadeschem. Because if I didn't give you Shabbos after 6 days or 12 or after a few weeks, it won't take very long, you will have no knowledge that I am Hashem at all, making you holy. Everything will be out the window. Hainu. Shabbos Kodesh yesh ha'aras hadas la'am Yisrael. Shabbos Kodesh gives enlightenment of the mind to Klal Yisrael. That's the purpose of it. And of course, again, that's why the Yetzer Hara, who does not want that, wants to distract us. So he'll do anything possible. He'll call it a kiddush, a bata. He'll do whatever it is, which could be used to bring you more ha'aras hadas, or it could be used to pull us away from accomplishing it. If we leave Shabbos with the same level of ha'aras hadas as we went into Shabbos, then we wasted the whole opportunity that we were given of that 25 hours.